Really? Does it fly really high, or does it come down and hunt the other ones?
It can't fly. It has very, very tiny wings, but it has feathers and has a big beak and giant talons.
Really?
Yes, it can easily kill an elk and a quagga. A wolf even easier since they're so smaller and since they're smaller and weaker.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you very much for the help. I'll talk to you later.
Alright, goodbye.
So you hear a little bit of skip there on 40 lower sideband. Take a look where that clarifier is at there. And just so you know there's no trickery, let me move it. So there is full to one side, full clockwise, and there's full counterclockwise. And we'll get her back in the middle. So this was just a standard 148 clarifier unlock. I didn't see anybody on the internet that, or I'm sorry, on the YouTube that really actually shows what this mod entails other than reading it on a forum. So basically I follow the mod pretty much the standard way you see it on the internet. D52 and R44, instead of removing them, I just lift one leg. Let's see if I can find them in here, looking down through here. There it is. So there is D52. I just lift a leg of it, and then same thing with R1 or R44. R174 is jumpered underneath, and then as opposed to removing R175 and then jumpering the other end of our potentiometer here, or the clarifier potentiometer, which is a screen wire, directly to ground, I do not do that. I run it through R175 like it is stock. There's nothing wrong with doing that. Doesn't change the stability whatsoever. Actually makes it easier for me to align. That's an unnecessary step in my opinion, and I don't like hard grounding things like that, especially when we're talking about voltage. And then also we have our there, that white wire. See, I've added the length to it, and got 8 volts constant from pin 1 of IC4. Yeah, I don't like running voltage through a pot and then having that bleed off on directly to ground. No, not me. I'll stick with the resistor to ground. And like I said, it does not change stability one iota to leave that resistor in place and to ground through it. So and then as far as alignment, you saw that we're 12 o'clock center slot, and it's the same on upper sideband as well. And you can just watch one of my other unlock videos, and I just follow the same steps in that as far as how I align after I've unlocked it. But basically, I'm adjusting the lower transmit offset here and the upper transmit offset for linearity, not frequency. And if you have questions about what I just said, watch my previous video on intermodulation distortion in the third order when it comes to sideband, and that'll make more sense to you. But I adjust these for linearity, not frequency, and then I use the receive offsets to get me actually on frequency as far as my output. And it's a very stable way of doing it. It's a little unorthodox. Yes, it is not according to the service manual, but it works flawlessly. I've done it a boatload of times for locked and unlocked clarifiers, mostly unlocked clarifiers, just because of how much of an alignment adjustment you have to make after it's unlocked. And like I said, once you adjust these for linearity, they're not going to be anywhere, or potentially not anywhere near the standard service manual offset says it should be. That's not my concern. My concern is intermodulation distortion and linearity, and that's why I adjust those transmit offsets, that tuning inductor and that trimming capacitor, for linearity. So anyway, yeah, pretty much standard. So the video you saw preceding this was just me checking it out from my mobile with my daughter in here on this radio talking on it, and that's running through a amplifier. So yes, intermodulation distortion is clean, clean, clean on this one. We'll take a quick look at it. Let's see. All right, so we'll go to, we're in lower. All right, so we're going to key up here with a two-tone test in lower. She did not key up. Why not? Oh, how about if I put my mic adapter into it? How about that? There we go. Now we got our mic adapter into it. We're going to key her up. And we're going to look at her. Oh, you know what? Let's get her back into the bench. Huh, how about that? Okay, there we go. So there's our linearity on lower sideband. And more importantly, here is our spectrum. This is 30 kilohertz wide here. 3 channels, and our third order intermodulation distortion is very, very low and limited, which is what you want. You want it to be nice and clean, which it is. And you heard it there. You heard my little girl talking on it. It's a fantastic sounding radio, and it receives great. But yeah, my way of realigning these after a clarifier unlock is very unorthodox, but very stable. So until next time, y'all, 73s.